What's up YouTube? It's Elijah Dream and we're back again with another NBA 2K25 center build video. And in today's video we are going to be making the shooting version of the 7'3" toxic inside masher. And this build does come out to be a paint beast archetype, and it is definitely a catfish paint beast. Being able to get sharpshooting takeover on this build, still having that 99 close shot at 7'3", it is extremely OP. You can dominate in the inside, and then if you need to, you can step out to the 3, space the floor, hit some open threes, especially in that takeover. This build is a major problem. Now, I don't find this build to be as dominant as the 7'3" toxic inside masher. Interior scoring, it's definitely still just as dominant. You don't get elite contact dunks with this build, unfortunately, because we do drop the standing dunk. But what I mean by that is you don't get as many rebounds because you are stretching the floor. You can be on the 3-point line, and again, we're only going to get a 52 speed on this version of the build, so it takes you a long time to crash from the 3-point line in to get some offensive rebounds, even though we do have that 92 offensive rebound rating. So I don't average as much rebounds on this build because, again, like I said, we are stretching the floor, whereas a 7'3" toxic inside masher, you're hanging around the rim, grabbing all the offensive rebounds and putting it back up and averaging 25 and 21 in that build, where in this build I'm more averaging like 20 and 19-ish. But still, an absolute monster 100%. But let's just get into this video already. So of course we are at the center position. We are going to go to 7'3", and we are going to go to 253 pounds. So I actually decided to put some strength on this version of the build. Now, a lot of people were complaining about the 70 strength on the other build, saying it makes absolutely no sense. Why are you putting 70 strength on this build? But I dropped like 4 or 5 gameplays, a 44-point, 21 rebound game, a 40-point, 33 rebound game, a 39-point gameplay, and then I even had a gameplay up against another center who has a 91 strength and averages a 20 and 20, and I still got 20 points and 17 rebounds. Even with all the video evidence of that build showing with a 70 strength and how it still plays well, and I'm still able to average 25 and 21 with a 70 strength, people still call the build trash. It's like, I don't know what more you want from me. So I'm putting strength on this build, but I already know what's gonna happen. People are gonna look at the speed and see 52, and then they're gonna say this build is too slow. So it's like, you can't have one or the other, and especially at 7'3". Either you have to go low weight so you can get a 60 speed, or if you want that 91 strength, you're gonna have to go with the 52 speed, and the build is slow getting up and down the court, but once you get into the half court setting, it is definitely a monster. And same thing on defense, it can be really great on defense as well. But again, you can't have both on a 7'3". You can either go with more speed at 60, which is still pretty good for a 7'3", and also considering last year minimum weight 7'3" only had a 55 speed, or if you want the strength, then you're gonna have to sacrifice the speed. You can't have one or the other. But I already know what's gonna happen. People are already gonna be complaining about the speed, even though I put strength on this build now, or I didn't put strength on the other one. I'm interested to see what the comments are gonna look like. But again, the strength for sure does help out with the post control. That way we can get a higher version of post powerhouse, and you can still be absolutely dominant in it, and you're gonna get a higher box out beast as well too. So for sure it helps. But again, 52 speed, it is slow, so it does take a while to get up and down the court, and it is nice to have a 60 speed on a 7'3" to get up and down the court, and just other intangibles as well. Being a big frame and having that speed is nice. So I'm curious to see what the comments are gonna look like. Let's keep trucking through this build video. So for the wingspan, you're gonna go 7'10". If you go 7'11", as you see there, you only get a 74 3 ball, and we need a 75 3 in order to get sharpshooting takeover. So you have to go 7'10". You get an 80 mid-range and a 76 3 ball. So also we do have a little bit less of a wingspan compared to the 7'3" toxic inside masher, and so my rebounds per game have went down a little bit. Again, just being a stretch big, living on the perimeter a bit more, and having a little bit shorter wingspan, so you just don't get as many rebounds. So for this video, we are just going to run through the full badges. As you guys see here with the full build, we do get that 99 close shot, Legend Paint Prodigy, and Legend Hook Specialist. Once again, we get that 97 post control, so you can absolutely dominate in the paint. And this time on this version, as you see, we have an 86 strength at the moment, but I set this build up for cap breakers. So your first set of cap breakers, you can put that on the strength. That's going to give you a higher level of box out beast. And so what we did on this version is we dropped the standing dunk. The 99 close shot with Legend Paint Prodigy is still absolutely OP. And again, if you are wide open underneath the net, you still can get standing dunks, and you do get standing dunk animations, so you can definitely still dunk the ball. And of course, like I said, that 97 post control, so we can get Legend Hook Specialist. And I put strength on this version because so many people were complaining about not having strength on the other one, but again, I already know people are going to complain about the speed, so we do get that gold post fade phenom, so you can turn this build into a post scorer. You got an 80 mid-range, gold post fade phenom, legend hook specialist. We also got that gold post powerhouse. We also get that Hall of Fame post-up poet, so again, you use your pump fakes, everything like that, it's going to be extremely nice. But of course, post powerhouse to go with a 91 strength, and once you get your cap breakers, 97 post control, you can definitely be a dominant force in the paint. And of course, we needed that 80 mid-range shot in order to get Sharpshooting Takeover. We do get bronze Deadeye, gold post fade phenom, and silver set shot specialist. And again, of course, the 75-3, you can get up to a 76, so if you want to put the cap breaker on there, you definitely can do that to get a 76. But we needed the 75 in order to get the glass gunner takeover. And again, you can just start dominating inside, grabbing rebounds, doing all that stuff, get your takeover meter up. Then once you activate your takeover ability, then you can start sitting along the 3-point line. They leave you open, that's going to be an easy cash. So it really just turns this build into an absolute problem. And of course, the 69 free throw. So you can still hit your free throws. It's not as consistent as an 80 free throw on the other one, but again, just the way it worked out, we can only go up to a 69 free throw. And of course, like the other 7'3" toxic inside masher, there is 0 pass accuracy on this build. And again, people question the 0 pass accuracy. Why do I do this? Because the last 2 years in 2K23 and 2K24, I've made the 7'3" toxic inside masher. The whole point of the build is high interior finishing at 7'3", no passing, hence the toxic name. And do I recommend 0 pass accuracy? No. Is it usable? Yes. You just have to be careful with it. I've shown lots of examples throughout the gameplays, even throughout the 7'3" toxic inside masher. You still can throw full court outlet passes. What I find is the receiver gets terrible catch animations most of the time. They can still get the points off of it depending if they're wide open. And of course, you just have to make sure who you're passing to is wide open. And you still have a 92 offensive rebound on this, so if you grab an offensive board, a lot of time the other team starts leaking out and it leaves somebody wide open along the 3-point line. So you grab an offensive board, you can still kick it out with a 25 pass accuracy. You just have to make sure who you're passing to is wide open. It makes you be a lot smarter with your passes having a 25 pass accuracy. So again, the point of this build was to be toxic. That is why I go with low pass accuracy. If you guys see all my other builds, I have a 98 pass accuracy build, I have a 95 pass accuracy build, and the other builds are like 93 pass accuracy. So I do like to pass the ball. I am a passer at heart. I do like pass accuracy. But again, for this build, the premise of this build was to be toxic. So we're not putting pass accuracy on it. And of course, the 47 ball handle, that just comes with post control with the 97. There's no speed with ball in this at all. So the nice thing about this version of the build as well too, dropping that 95 standing dunk to 65 gave us a lot more attributes to work with, so we could get our shooting on this build, and we could also increase our interior defense and block. So we can actually get gold paint patroller. And again, if you want to use cap breakers, you could get Hall of Fame paint patroller, and then you could also use your max patch +1 to get legend paint patroller if you wanted. But I would recommend putting your max patch +1 on the set shot specialist to gold. So it is nice. So we do get a version of post lockdown, and at 7'3", you can get a 91 strength with the cap breakers as well. So if you do get matched up against another post scorer, you still have pretty close to a max wingspan. You have a big frame, lots of strength, you got interior defense, you got a block, so you can definitely hold down the paint a lot better. Now, we weren't able to put perimeter defense or steal on this version, where the 7'3" toxic inside masher, we did get up to a 62 or a 63 perimeter defense. So the reason I didn't put any perimeter defense on this, we can only get up to a 59, and we need a 62 interior defense in order to get a movable enforcer. So I just decided to sacrifice it, increase my interior defense and block, so we can be a really good rim protector with this build as well. Of course, I wasn't able to put a steal. I don't find I get very many steals with the 60 steal anyway. That would get you bronze interceptor, and it is a tier 2 badge, so you could go max patch +1 to get silver. If that's your playstyle, definitely go for it. But again, I don't find I get too many steals with a 60. I also just haven't been in the mindset of going for passing lane steals, so that might be another issue as well. But like I said, on this version, we do get a 93 block. We're in the 7'3" toxic inside masher. We went 70 interior defense and 84 block for silver paint patroller, where this version we are able to get gold. We also do still get silver pogo stick as well, and of course we also get bronze high flying denier. And like I said, if you wanted to, with your first 10 cap breakers, you could go +2 to interior defense and +4 to your block, so you could get Hall of Fame paint patroller if you really wanted, and make this build even more of a nasty interior defender. But of course, we do have a 92 offensive rebound, and once we do add our +5 cap breakers to our strength to max it out at 91, we will be able to get Hall of Fame box out beast, and you could also use a max badge +1 to get that to legend if you really want it. We also got silver pogo stick, and of course gold rebound chase. Also, what I'm likely going to do is put 4 cap breakers onto my 92 offensive rebound rebound in order to get Hall of Fame Rebound Chaser. And once again, you could use your max badge +1 to get Legend Rebound Chaser once you do that as well. And then I went with an 80 defensive rebound. I believe this unlocks us some rebounding takeovers if you want to try using that. But again, I would recommend using the Glass Gunner takeover on this. You can get your 3-ball boosted and you have that set shot specialist ability boosted. But still, you box out, you got a tall frame, big frame, long wingspan, you can definitely grab a ton of defensive rebounds. So again, you have to pick one or the other on a 7'3". You can either get your strength, but you're not going to be very fast, or you can sacrifice your strength to get a 60 speed, and at 7'3", it's pretty reasonable getting up and down the court. So this build is slower than Molasses in January. It takes a while for it to get up and down the court. Once you do get into the half court setting, you can absolutely start beasting on them. But again, you can't have both on a 7'3". You either got to go with your speed or you got to go with your strength. You can't get both. You're not going to be getting a 70 speed and a 91 strength on a 7'3". Again, like I was saying earlier, I'm interested to see what the comment section is going to be like now that I put strength on this build, because everybody was complaining about the 70 strength, saying that makes no sense, this build is trash, even though I'm averaging 25 and 21 on that build, and I've dropped countless gameplays of showing how it works and up against other builds with 90 strength as well. So I'm very curious to see what people are going to say. But I already know people are going to be complaining about the speed, but since there was so many complaints about the strength on the build, on the 7'3" Toxic Inside Masher build, I had to go with strength on this build to keep the people happy. But again, I already know people are going to be complaining about the speed. So we do get gold box out beast, but like I said, I set this build up for cap breakers. So with your first or second set of cap breakers, up to you. You can either go with your offensive rebound or you can go with your strength. You can go +5 to get that to the 91. Then that will unlock you Hall of Fame box out beast. You could also get gold brick wall. Post lockdown will stay at silver because we need an 88 interior defense, and your post powerhouse will also stay at gold. I thought for some reason this would actually increase, but I guess not. But still, gold post powerhouse with the ratings you have is still very nice. So again, first 5 cap breakers, you can go with your strength. Maybe the next ones you want to go with your offensive rebound to get Hall of Fame rebound chaser, and you also have Hall of Fame box out beast, which will be really nasty. And then hopefully you have enough left over. You could go +2 to your interior defense and +4 to your block. With the last set of cap breakers, as you should have 6 left over because you're only putting 4 in offensive rebound, then you'll be able to get Hall of Fame paint controller on this build too. So that could be absolutely OP. And of course, that 70 vertical, we needed that for our silver pogo stick, and we also get bronze aerial wizard and bronze high flying denier as well. So this is it, the Catfish 7'3" toxic inside masher, the shooting version that gets sharpshooting takeover, and this version has strength as well, and this version also has better interior defense. So again, if you guys wanted to make this more like the 7'3" toxic inside masher, you could drop the weight down, get that 60 speed, and you can still get your 80 and 75 3-ball. I did mess around with it a little bit, and so you can make a pretty similar version, but again, you're not going to be able to get that 86 strength. You're only going to get silver box out beast, and a lot of you guys seem to be concerned about the strength, but you'll be able to get that 60 speed. You could be able to get high flying denier on bronze, potentially too, if you increase your vertical enough to 74. So you could make it like that, but I decided to make it like this because so many people were complaining about the strength. I decided to put strength on to go with that post control, and of course we're able to shoot the ball. Again, start dominating inside, get that takeover meter up, increase your 3-ball, then you can space out to the 3-point line and start knocking down threes. So now that we've went through the build, we can go ahead and click continue. And so we get shades of Zadrunas, Ilgauskas, Big Z himself, Brooke Lopez, Walker Kessler, and like I said, this build does come out to a paint beast. So it is a major Catfish build with a paint beast build, with the paint beast name, and you get sharpshooting takeover. You can dominate in the paint. You also get good interior defense. You can block, rebound. Just you are very slow getting up and down the court, but again, once you get into the half court setting, you can definitely go ahead and dominate. So now that we've ran through the build, we will get into how to increase this build, and of course the animations and jump shot for the build, and then of course some rec center gameplay. So if you were to make this build, I would recommend that you wait until you get to a 97 overall on your first build, unlock that rebirth, and then you'll be able to make this. So again, get that 99 close shot off rip, or if you don't have your rebirth, definitely try and get that 99 close shot and the 97 post control along with the 65 standing dunk, and then maybe you can put on your driving dunk afterwards. But the 55 driving dunk, it does get you some driving dunk animations, and of course the standing dunk at 65 also unlocks you some standing dunk animations. So if you're wide open in the paint after an offensive rebound, whatever it might be, or a drop step, you still can get some dunk animations. animation. Of course, that 97 post control, so you can start working towards a Hall of Fame post up poet, gold post powerhouse, and of course then you can start drop stepping people in the paint using that 99 close shot, Legend Paint Prodigy, the whole works. And of course, you definitely want to have your shooting that 80 mid-range, 75 3 ball. That way we can unlock the Glass Gunner Takeover with the sharp shooting ability, and so you can start spacing the floor. You can also become a post scorer with this off rip with gold post fade phenom, which is pretty nasty, and it's 7'3", so you got your options of post fades, post hop shots, post hooks, whatever it might be. And of course, no pass accuracy, ball handle, or speed with ball. You can leave that till later, but we do have that 82 interior defense. So again, if you have that rebirth, you can definitely get your silver post lockdown off rip and start holding down the paint. And of course, that 93 block, so you can get gold paint patroller as quick as you can. And then of course, you can fill out your steel perimeter defense afterwards. Maybe you can do that right now if you have enough points to do that at 97. It looks like if you go up to 30 steel, then you get that 98 max. But of course, you can throw on that 32 perimeter defense, so you're just a little bit better on the perimeter. And of course, you definitely want to max out your rebounding at 92 offensive and 80 defensive, so you can start grabbing rebounds off rip, no problem. And of course, become a dominant force with that 92 offensive rebound, 7'3" frame. Now you can start swimming people better too with gold box out or Hall of Fame box out once you go +5 to your strength with the cap breakers, and then you can go +4 to your offensive rebound for Hall of Fame rebound chaser, and you'll have both Hall of Fame rebound chaser and Hall of Fame box out beast. You can really dominate the glass, really dominate inside, get that takeover meter quick, and then you can start shooting threes, stretching the floor. You got the whole works. And of course, the 52 speed, again, I know people are going to complain about this even though I put strength on this build, but again, you can't get both at 7'3". You do have a 52 speed. It does take a while to get up and down the court, and we have an 86 strength, but once again, I set this build up for cap breakers, so you can go +5 to your strength to get a 91, which will be really OP once you do. But of course, that still just gets us some nice badges as well. And last but not least, you want that 70 vertical for silver pogo stick. It's just going to help with rebounding, blocks, and just some more intangibles. So this will cost you 360k VC to get to a 97 overall, but if you can do this, get your first build up to a 97 and then make this build, you take this thing to the wreck and start going crazy. And for the animations, we will get into the jump shot and dunk packages afterwards, but again, I am using the underhand free throw. I just find it somewhat easy to time, and I used it last year as well too, and I still find it usable this year, so that's what I've been using. Layup style, default big. You cannot get any type of layup style on this build, unfortunately, and that would have been nice for sure. Again, we'll get into the dunk style after. My go-to shot, I put on Pascal Siakam. My dribble pull-up is Bam Adebayo. It's actually really smooth, and 2K Labs, or Joy 2K, just put out a post about this as well too, and I agree, this is a very smooth pull-up. It is very greenable, a nice, just smooth pull-up jumper. Spin jumper, I went with normal. Hop jumper, I went with normal as well too. Post fade, Anthony Davis. I like the space that he creates. Post hook, I'm still with Shaquille O'Neal, but somebody else did comment that pro is also good too, so maybe you want to throw that on, totally up to you. And I also seen somebody mention Domantas Sabonis doesn't have too bad of a hook package as well. I haven't tried it out yet, so I have yet to do that, but again, it looks like some decent animations. It might be a little bit slow, but again, if you want to try that out, go ahead. Post hop shot, I put on normal, and the motion style, I went with the Andre 8. Again, I don't know if all of these are really the best shooting animations or anything like that, but from looking at them, it's what I've been using, and you do create a decent amount of space with these hop jumpers. And again, if I got Jokic hop jumper, I'd probably put that on as well too. So again, I don't know if these are necessarily the best shooting animations, but it's what I've been using. Again, 25 pass accuracy, we can't get any type of pass style. Our dribble style, all of our playmaking is all basic. We got no ball handle or speed with ball, but our triple threat style is pro. And for my dunk style, as you see here, these are locked. I don't have my 55 driving dunk yet, but once I do, I'm definitely going to put on the rim grazers. I'm definitely going to put on the hangs. All the dunk packages that you see are locked. I am going to be putting on once I get my 55 driving dunk. And again, same thing with the 1 foot moving dunks, the rim grazers. I'm going to put on the hangs as well too. I will be putting on the basics, the double clutch that you can get, and of course the 1 tomahawk as well. And with that 65 standing dunk, like I said, we do get some standing dunk animations, so if you are open underneath the net, you can still get your standing dunks and finish around the rim. You can go ahead, put on your regulars, and you can definitely put on the 1 rim pull package. And of course, we don't have any signature dunks, unfortunately, so we can't get Shaq. We don't have enough standing dunk at all to get any of these dunk packages. So again, just those kind of basic dunk packages and standing dunk packages, so you can still finish around the rim. You definitely want that 99 close shot to activate. And of course, we're not getting any alley-oops on this build at all either. And for the jump shot that I have been using for majority of the time this Eves Missy base along with a Nikola Jokic and Dirk Nowitzki releases at 50% blending on each side, max speed, and then the visual cue is 14 ticks past push. That's what I've been using majority of the time. I'm still trying to figure out out the shooting in this game. So a majority of the clips that you've seen in the earlier mixtape, I was using this jumper. I initially started off with Jonathan Isaac, but I thought it was a little bit too fast for me, and then ended up switching to the fastest jumper in the game. But I find I'm just better with rhythm shooting on this jumper because I'm naturally a fast flicker of the stick. It feels weird to me slowing it down. I'm not sure how to quite slow it down, so I'm still trying to learn the rhythm shooting and really nail that. But I find this is a good jumper for me to use for rhythm shooting and trying to do that. And I also did switch my setting to normal risk, normal reward. I find I green about the same amount of shots as I was on high risk, high reward, but this way you have more chances of making your threes and making the whites, especially if you're going to be playing rec center. So I just switched to normal risk, normal reward. And also it seems that if you green one of the two, I seem to either green one of the two, I either get my release excellent or I get the tempo excellent. And I find you have more chances of making a white if you get one of them green, which is really nice. And again, in the upcoming gameplay, both the threes I make are whites as well too, and I believe I had excellent tempo in both of them. I could be wrong, but for sure I greened one or the other. So this is the jumper that I have been using, but again, I believe I am going to be trying out Jonathan Isaac once again, try and master that jump shot. I don't mind this jumper, but sometimes using the rhythm shooting, there is a little bit of a hitch, and this is an extremely fast jumper, so it does take a little bit to get used to, but again, I just enjoyed this for rhythm shooting. And I'm still figuring out the shooting. I'm still trying to find the right jumper for me. It's taken a while, but it's nice to be able to have this build. You can dominate inside, wait until you get your sharpshooting takeover, then you can start shooting threes and have a much higher chance of making them. So now that we've ran through how to make the build, how to increase the build, the animations, dunk packages, and jump shot for it, it's time to get into some rec center gameplay. All right, so here we've got a 40 point, 12 rebound, 1 assist, and 1 steal. No blocks, but 18 of 26 from the field and 2 of 5 from 3-point land. And as you see in front of you here, we are matched up against a 6'11", two-way inside the arc threat. Has an 84 block, 82 interior defense, and he averages about 17 and 14. So a pretty solid player for sure. And again, we're starting the gameplay off, showing off that post control, that inside scoring. And again, we do have strength on this version of the build. Once again, you can just bully your way down there. 6'11", he is not big enough to guard this build. So funny, even in some of the 7'3" toxic inside master, people are like, I'm gonna destroy this build, I'm gonna destroy this build, and then they say they have a 3-level scoring board hunter, and it's like, okay, so you have a shorter wingspan, you're not even a two-way, you don't have enough defense, and then he also commented that he has 7'5" wingspan. I'm like, that build's not going to cut it against something like this. The 99 close shot at 7'3" with Legend Paint Prodigy, it is an absolute problem. It is super hard to stop. The paint defense this year is kind of crazy too. It's a little bit unpredictable, but of course, being 7'3", having a 99 close shot, you should be able to make some absolutely ridiculous stuff. It's just like having a 99 3-pointer with Legend limitless range. You should be able to shoot from the logo there, green all those shots, and go crazy. So again, having those 99 ratings and Legend rebounding badges definitely helps. But again, showing off that 97 post control, absolutely can get the job done. And of course, I'm spreading the floor right here, showing off the shooting, hitting a big white. Now again, like I said during the jump shot portion of this video, I did switch my setting to normal risk, normal reward, and we hit back-to-back whites. I guess a half green is what you could call it, since we had great tempo on both of them. That seems to be my issue with the rhythm shooting though. I either green one or the other. Again, I can green both, but it seems to be I get my tempo right, but I can't get the release right, or I'll get the release right and the tempo wrong, or I'm a little bit too fast. So that's why I like to use that Eve Missy base. I do find that it fits my timing and my tempo properly. I guess I should say my tempo more properly than my timing. But again, I'm a natural fast flicker of the stick, and it feels weird to me to slow it down. So that's why I like to use that jump shot. But of course, as you see in there, I'm still not greening it 100%. So I did switch on to normal risk, normal reward. Whereas before I was using high risk, high reward. Like, look at the cheese, man. 2 people on me. I probably could have kicked it out to my teammate right there. But again, this build is so hard to stop. He doesn't have a big enough build. You can just take it up on them, make everything. And once again, I am using real player percentage. And again, a nice strategy for this build. Dominate in the paint like this, go absolutely crazy down low. Again, getting those offensive boards, taking it right back up. We already have 27 points and 10 rebounds. Wait till your takeover meter gets filled. You get your sharpshooting takeover activated. Then you can start stretching the floor. It is kind of crazy though, because a lot of people will still play you pretty damn tight. And of course, That 65 standing dunk, showing off that you do get some standing dunk animations that are really nice as well. Of course, you're not going to get any crazy contact dunks. So the earlier mixtape you guys seen, it wasn't as sexy as it normally is because we do not get elite contact dunks on this build. But again, you still have that amazing finishing. And of course, we only have 25 pass accuracy. We only get 1 assist in this gameplay. Of course, this is a toxic build, so we do not put pass accuracy on it. I've made this build the last 2 years, except I've never made a shooting version of it. But this build is absolutely insane. I can't wait to get my cap breakers for it, increase my strength, and of course I'm going to increase my offensive rebound. And if I'm able to unlock all 15 cap breakers, get Hall of Fame Paint Patroller, and that is going to be absolutely insane. But of course, the max batch +1 I am using on my gold set shot specialist. Of course, you can't stop this build in the paint, man, and it's crazy. Even playing random rec, people will recognize this and they'll keep feeding you down low and in the paint because you're pretty much virtually unstoppable. Like, it's really crazy. And of course, you can turn this build into a true post scorer. Get out the way. 65 standing dunk, absolutely using it to a T. But of course, like I said, you got post fades, post top shots. You got a whole offensive package with this build, and then you actually can get gold paint patroller. This might be a better overall version of the 7'3" toxic inside masher. I think the inside masher is a little bit more dominant just because you can get more offensive rebounds, and I was averaging 25 points per game, where in this one I'm only averaging 21. 4-point difference, not much, but still. Hope you guys enjoyed this version of the build. If you did, make sure you drop a like, hit that sub if you're new. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
My shit doesn't show up for that. I don't know what the fuck.
I seen